Please! Please, no!
Hey guys, today we're diving headfirst into the explosive world of Expend4bles, a movie that proves you can always find more action when you least expect it, or, you know, when it's literally the title. This is a passion project for me, and a like or a subscribe is the best way to show your support. So if you're on board, join the crew. If not, thanks for watching anyway. Our story kicks off in Libya, where the OG Expendables, led by the perpetually gruff but lovable Barney Ross, are gearing up for what seems like a standard snatch and grab. Barney's got his trusty aviator shades on, probably mentally rehearsing a one-liner, while Lee Christmas, the resident knife wizard, looks like he's already itching for a fight. They're after Rahmat, a villain who apparently loves shiny things, specifically nuclear detonators. What could go wrong, right?
Split up. Improvise! I can... Got shot. What now? Only easy day was your initial success or total failure.
Compromised. They're on the west side. Leave with those detonators, so there's gonna be a lot of...
Hey, losers! We're going shopping! Moving!
Flares!
Damn it, Barney!
Get the detonator!
No, I'm saving your dumbass.
Nice work, man, but who's on Rahmat? Oh, shit.
Oh, I'm starting.
So did your brother. Make me.
I'll charge you a favor. When I first met Barney, just said, let's go.
No, just...
It gets easier. I had to stop before the wars.
Port quarter again. I was armed.
Port left, quarter back.
Where the hell is everybody?
They already have uranium with the detonator.
The bridge.
Put your weapons down now!
What a fucking mess this turned out.
You ain't tell shit.
Ah, shit on your new girlfriend.
Fuck you, Gunner!
He did sell us out.
Fuck him on top?
Fuck.
Yeah. I live at... I'm the leader.
This is as far as I go. Out. I don't know if...
Where are you guys? Well, which one is it, friend? Shit out of me, you bellend.
want your prisoner.
Mr. Marsh
Will be the example of how
Authority.
I know you don't.
You sneaky little sausage.
Get you the authority.
fellow 9.
Namesake on that.
Влезе кой да рече.
Правый герой.
Have eyes on the rat.
Deck 3.
Thought you were done with this life.
It would. Thank you.
Let's go.
Oh shit, Bob!
Chin it.
Thanks. I got him.
Proceed as
You doing, Rahmat?
Come and get it, hero.
I didn't have the kill switch.
Hello, bye.
That's for Barney.
How long until detonation?
You're like genital warts!
I'm coming down to get it.
A conflict that will devastating for somebody, and that somebody
He's gonna get fried!
Jumping overboard seeming like a dick.
Oh, he's bleeding out.
Let's start with that! Toro, sure.
It's his decision to make. Danger.
Take him out. Get the ship back on course. Get up to the bridge and fix.
All to the bridge! Go, go!
Right here.
Well, you can't get rid of me.
Don't you fucking move. I'll be right now.
But you're above and beyond this.
Right.
Look what Santa brought.
Barney?
Hey! Hold on.
Ashton.
We were doing a covert op and 8 of my driving Marsh out of hiding so I could prove he's person. Me too. Great spending time with you again.
The mission objective is a heavily fortified compound. The team, a well-oiled machine, moves like shadows across the moonlit desert landscape. Christmas, ever the silent assassin, glides through the perimeter, his knives finding their marks with a sickening thud. You can almost hear the soft whisper of blades slicing through the air and the muffled grunts of unsuspecting guards. Easy Day, the newer edition, shows his worth, coordinating movements with seasoned vets like Gunner and Toll Road. It's a beautifully choreographed dance of destruction, each member knowing their role, anticipating the next move. This is why you hire the Expendables, not some random group of interns. The air is thick with tension, the calm before the storm. You know it's coming, you just don't know when the boom will happen. Suddenly, the calm shatters with the sharp crack of gunfire. An alarm blares, turning the compound into a chaotic war zone. Gunner, with his ridiculously oversized weapon, unleashes a torrent of lead, tearing through fortifications as if they were made of papier-mâché. Toll Road, a whirlwind of fists and ingenuity, dispatches foes with surprising efficiency, often using their own environment against them. The air fills with the metallic clang of bullet casings hitting the ground, the shouts of commands, and the panicked cries of the enemy. It's an absolute symphony of destruction, a reminder that these guys don't just do action, they are action. And if you thought their stealth was good, their full frontal assault is like a heavy metal concert in comparison. They're making a strong case for more firepower solves everything. Rahmat, ever the slippery villain, makes a run for it with the detonators, hopping into a convoy. But you don't outrun Lee Christmas when there are valuable MacGuffins at stake. Christmas, exhibiting a surprising talent for motorcycling, gives chase, weaving through the chaos. The roar of his engine competes with the incessant crackle of small arms fire and the thunderous booms of roadside explosions. He's dodging bullets and exploding vehicles, all while trying to keep his composure. It's like a scene from a video game, but with much higher stakes and probably more believable physics, though not by much. His bike handles like a dream, probably because it's got plot armor upgrades. You almost expect him to pull a wheelie and throw a knife backward because, well, it's Lee Christmas. Meanwhile, Barney, in his trusty, albeit slightly outdated biplane, provides air support, strafing enemy positions with commendable accuracy. The rhythmic thrum of his plane's engine fills the sky, a comforting sound until it's punctuated by enemy fire. He's taking out vehicles left and right, proving that even old-school tech can pack a punch. But Rahmat isn't playing fair. He unleashes a powerful missile that catches Barney off guard. The explosion tears through the sky, a fiery orange against the night. The sound of metal screeching and tearing through the air is gut-wrenching as Barney's plane plummets earthward. The team watches, helpless, as their leader goes down in a blaze of glory. It's a no way. Did that just happen? A moment that lands with a heavy, despairing thud. The aftermath is grim. Christmas, heartbroken and furious, races to the crash site. The scent of burning fuel and scorched earth thick in the air. The silence is deafening, only broken by the crackle of residual flames. He finds the smoldering wreckage, a stark monument to a mission gone wrong. Among the debris, he discovers Barney's signature ring, a brutal confirmation of his friend's demise. It's a moment of raw, visceral grief, mixed with the bitter taste of failure. The detonators are gone, spirited away by Rahmat. The mission, a complete bust. The team, devastated, pulls back, leaving a piece of themselves in the Libyan sands. This isn't just a loss of equipment. It's a profound personal blow to the very heart of the Expendables. Back home, or what passes for it, Christmas is benched. His usual sarcastic wit is replaced by raw anger. He confronts Gina, his ex-girlfriend and current CIA handler, who delivers the news with an almost clinical detachment. The tension between them crackles like a live wire, fueled by professional disappointment and unresolved personal history. He is accused of disobeying orders, of letting emotion cloud his judgment, which, let's be honest, is practically Barney's job description. The air is thick with unspoken resentments and the heavy weight of Barney's absence. It's a classic, you're off the team, moment, but with more emotional baggage than a celebrity divorce lawyer. You can practically hear the audible sigh of every action movie cliché lining up. The remaining Expendables gather, not for a celebratory drink, but for a somber wake for their fallen leader. The clinking of glasses is subdued, the usual banter replaced by heavy silence and shared glances of sorrow. Toll Road looks particularly forlorn, and even Gunner seems to have misplaced his usual boisterousness. Barney wasn't just their boss. He was their anchor, their weirdly charming, explosion-loving family patriarch. It's a rare moment of vulnerability for these hardened mercenaries, a quiet testament to the depth of their bond. The heavy atmosphere reminds us that even the toughest action heroes aren't immune to loss. They might be expendable, but they certainly aren't unbreakable, emotionally speaking. Enter Marsh, Gina's superior at the CIA, a man who clearly gets paid extra for dramatic pauses. He briefs Gina on a new, even more critical mission. Rahmat, not content with merely stealing detonators, is now working for a shadowy figure known only as Ocelot. The stakes are higher than a skyscraper tightrope walk. Nuclear warheads, global catastrophe, the usual Monday morning for these folks. Marsh emphasizes the need for a fresh approach, subtly throwing shade at Christmas and his perceived failures. The plan involves tracking Rahmat to Southeast Asia, a delightful vacation spot if you enjoy bullets and explosions. It's all very cloak and dagger, with maps and projections that look like they were pulled straight from a Bond villain's lair. With Christmas out, Gina needs to assemble a new dream team, or at least a highly competent nightmare squad. The remaining Expendables, Toll Road and Gunner, are joined by the new blood. There's Lash, a fierce fighter with a penchant for chain whips and a fashion sense that screams, "I could kill you with this accessory." And then there's Easy Day, a smooth-talking operative who seems a bit too relaxed for someone constantly surrounded by imminent danger. Gallon, Barney's old protege, also makes a comeback, bringing his own brand of quiet intensity. It's a mix of old-school muscle and new-school flair, a recipe for either brilliant success or glorious, expensive failure. They're basically the Avengers, but with more questionable dental plans. Lee Christmas, being Lee Christmas, isn't one for benchwarming. While the official team preps, he starts his own rogue investigation, fueled by vengeance and a good old-fashioned dose of "I told you so." He follows a breadcrumb trail of shady dealings and suspicious characters, proving that sometimes the best detective work involves a lot of brooding and quiet surveillance. He's like a determined stray cat, sniffing out trouble wherever it hides. The subtle clicks of his camera lens and the rustle of suspicious documents are the only sounds as he meticulously pieces together the puzzle. It's a lonely path, but someone's got to do it, especially when the official channels are too slow for your tastes. Gina's new team, eager to prove their mettle, raids a clandestine facility connected to Rahmat's network. The assault is swift and brutal. Lash's chains whip through the air with a chilling sizzle, incapacitating enemies with a satisfying clang of metal on bone. Easy Day orchestrates their movements, his tactical commands cutting through the din of gunfire. Toll Road and Gunner are, as always, a force of nature, laying waste to anyone foolish enough to stand in their path. The crack of breaking glass and the splintering of wood accompany every impact. They retrieve crucial intel, hinting at Rahmat's next move. It's a successful strike, but the true threat, Ocelot, remains elusive, a ghost in the machine. Christmas's solo journey leads him to the bustling, vibrant, and incredibly dangerous streets of Thailand. The humid air, thick with the scent of spices and exhaust fumes, is soon punctuated by the sharp reports of gunfire. He walks right into an ambush in a crowded marketplace, proving that even a seasoned pro can get caught off guard. He reacts with lightning reflexes, dodging bullets with almost supernatural grace, the distinctive whistle of incoming projectiles cutting through the ambient noise. He uses the environment to his advantage, turning stalls and market wares into temporary shields, or, in some cases, improvised weapons. It's a frantic, close-quarters battle, but Christmas, with his signature blend of grit and lethal efficiency, emerges victorious, leaving a trail of disarmed and very confused assailants. The intelligence gathered by Gina's team points to a massive cargo ship in the South China Sea, a floating fortress that Rahmat plans to use for his nefarious dealings. The screen flickers with schematics and satellite imagery, highlighting the ship's heavily armored hull and advanced security systems. The plan is to intercept the detonators before they fall into Ocelot's hands, which, let's be real, is always the plan when there are detonators involved. The stakes couldn't be higher, as the detonators are practically a ticking time bomb waiting for a countdown. Gina meticulously plans the assault, knowing that failure isn't an option. The tension is palpable. You can almost hear the gears of their minds grinding, preparing for the inevitable storm. Unbeknownst to Gina's team, Christmas is already ahead of the curve. He approaches the gargantuan cargo ship under the cover of darkness, a lone wolf with a score to settle. The subtle splash of water against the hull is the only sound as he skillfully deploys a grappling hook, scaling the immense steel wall with surprising agility for a man who probably has more frequent flyer miles than a jet pilot. He's a ghost in the machine, slipping past security cameras and patrols with practiced ease. The metallic creak of the ship's structure provides a natural cover for his movements. He's not waiting for an invitation. He's making his own grand entrance, because sometimes you just gotta break the rules to save the world. It's a classic action movie move, and it never gets old. Soon after, Gina's team initiates their own breach. A precisely placed explosive charge blows open a heavy hatch with a satisfying concussive boom, sending sparks and shrapnel flying. They pour into the ship's labyrinthine corridors, weapons raised, ready for anything. The air immediately fills with the sounds of their boots clanking on metal decks, punctuated by the frantic shouts of alarms and the frantic reports of enemy weapons. The ship transforms from a silent giant to a roaring beast of war. Gunner and Toll Road lay down suppressive fire, their heavy weapons shaking the very structure of the ship, while Lash and Easy Day move with precision, clearing rooms. It's an orchestral chaos, and they are its masterful conductors. The ship's narrow corridors become a deadly gauntlet. The team pushes deeper, each member a blur of motion and violence. Lash's chains sing through the air, their metallic thwack, followed by the satisfying crunch of bones as she disarms and dispatches foes with elegant brutality. Easy Day's precise movements and quick reflexes keep him one step ahead, his pistol spitting fire with deadly accuracy. The confined space amplifies the sounds of battle, the echoing blasts of shotguns, the staccato rhythm of automatic weapons, and the desperate cries of Rahmat's men. It's a frantic, claustrophobic fight, where every corner could hide an enemy, every shadow a threat. This is where their training truly shines, turning a tight space into their playground of pain. In a sprawling cargo hold, Gunner and Toll Road find themselves against overwhelming odds. Crates explode, sending splinters and cargo flying as they exchange heavy fire with a small army of Rahmat's goons. Gunner's massive machine gun roars, spitting fire and emptying magazines at an alarming rate, the spent casings clattering like rain on the metal floor. Toll Road, ever the resourceful one, uses the environment to his advantage, flipping crates for cover and even weaponizing loose cargo. The deafening cacophony of constant gunfire and explosions makes communication almost impossible, but their years of fighting together allow them to move in perfect sync. It's a chaotic dance of destruction, These two are the undisputed stars of the show, leaving a trail of utterly demolished bad guys. Deep within the ship's metallic belly, Christmas, moving with his usual predatory grace, encounters a figure. From a distance, in the flickering emergency lights, the silhouette is unmistakable. Barney Ross. Christmas hesitates, a flicker of disbelief, then hope, then anger, crossing his face. His hand instinctively tightens on his knife, the polished blade reflecting the dim light. The sound of his own heavy breathing fills his ears as he tries to reconcile what his eyes are seeing with what his heart knows. It's a moment designed to twist the gut, a visual jump scare for the audience. Is it a ghost? A trick of the light? Or is Barney Ross back from the dead and looking surprisingly well for a man who exploded in a plane crash? Only time, and probably another explosion, will tell. The shocking truth unfolds with a dramatic flourish. The ocelot figure turns, and it is indeed Barney Ross, alive and looking as grizzled as ever, probably with a few more "I told you so" wrinkles. The moment he removes his disguise, a collective gasp might have escaped from the audience. He wasn't dead. He faked his demise, a grand theatrical exit orchestrated to expose Marsh, the CIA bigwig who manipulated Gina. The metallic click of a hidden latch, the soft rustle of fabric as the disguise is shed. It's all perfectly timed for maximum impact. Christmas's jaw probably hits the deck, the initial anger giving way to a bewildered relief, mixed with a very valid question of, "Dude, why didn't you text?" Just when you thought the twists couldn't get twistier, another bombshell drops. Rahmat, the primary antagonist, is revealed to be Barney's estranged son. Cue the dramatic music. This isn't just a mercenary mission anymore. It's a family reunion from hell, complete with guns, knives, and nuclear detonators instead of potluck. The revelation hits like a punch to the gut, the sudden shift from professional duty to deeply personal conflict. The strained silence between father and son, thicker than molasses in January, speaks volumes. It's a classic action movie trope. The villain is related to the hero twist, but when it's Barney Ross, you know it's going to be a messy, explosive affair. Family dinners must be a blast in their household. Barney, with that trademark wry smirk, quickly fills Christmas in on the elaborate conspiracy. Marsh, it turns out, was playing both sides, orchestrating global conflicts for his own nefarious gains, probably to fund his lavish yacht collection. Barney's fake death was merely a necessary step to operate off the grid, to expose the corruption from the inside. The click of a secure briefcase, the whir of a small data device, all add to the clandestine atmosphere. It's a plot worthy of a spy novel, if spy novels involved more gratuitous explosions. Christmas, ever the loyal friend, quickly moves past the "you faked your death and made us all sad" stage to the "let's go kick some corrupt government butt" stage. Priorities, people. Barney makes contact with Gina's team, a surprise video call that probably short-circuited a few brain cells. The collective shock on their faces is priceless. A mix of disbelief, anger, and profound relief. Gina's jaw practically unhinges, her usual composure utterly shattered. The crackle of the comm system as Barney's voice comes through, calm and steady, assures them he's very much alive. He quickly explains the true target, not just Rahmat, but the puppeteer Marsh. The change in mission parameters is swift and definitive, transforming them from simple mercenaries to unwitting heroes in an internal government struggle. It's the kind of plot twist that makes you wonder if your own boss is secretly a supervillain. With the truth revealed, the Expendables are back together, a unified force of sheer, unadulterated mayhem. Barney and Christmas, a dynamic duo of destruction, fight side by side once more, their movements perfectly synchronized, a deadly ballet of bullets and blades. The metallic clang of Christmas's knives meeting enemy weapons, the heavy thud of Barney's punches connecting. It's all music to the ears of action fanatics. The rest of the team, fueled by renewed purpose, cuts a swath through Rahmat's augmented forces. The ship groans under the relentless assault, the sounds of gunfire, explosions, and shattering glass echoing through its steel corridors. They're not just fighting, they're sending a message, loud and clear. Don't mess with their family, especially when they've faked a death for vengeance. The mission escalates into a frantic race against time. Rahmat, ever the drama queen, has activated the nuclear detonators, setting off a countdown that feels shorter than your average commercial break. The digital display ticks down ominously, casting a sickly green glow on the grim faces of the Expendables. They sprint through the ship, their boots pounding on the metal decks, the urgency palpable in every strained breath. The ship's alarms blare, a constant piercing shriek that hammers at their ears. Every obstacle, every enemy is a delay they can't afford. The fate of potentially millions hangs in the balance, a weighty burden even for these seasoned professionals. It's like the world's most dangerous game of hot potato, and no one wants to be the last one holding it. The climactic showdown pits father against son, Barney Ross against Swarto Rahmat. This isn't just a fight. It's a cathartic explosion of years of unresolved baggage, betrayal, and a very unhealthy family dynamic. The heavy thud of punches landing, the grunts of effort, the strained silence as they eye each other. Every movement is imbued with a raw, personal intensity. The sound of their bodies colliding echoes in the confined space, a visceral symphony of pain and fury. Rahmat's agility and ruthlessness meet Barney's brute strength and veteran cunning. It's a fight for more than just the detonators. It's a battle for redemption, for legacy, and for the kind of closure only a good, old-fashioned brawl can provide. Move over, Dr. Phil. These guys have their own brand of therapy. While Barney grapples with his familial drama, Christmas unleashes a masterclass in knife combat. He's a whirlwind of steel, his knives flying through the air with lethal precision, finding their marks with a satisfying thwack, and the sharp cries of his opponents, the metallic glint of blades, the whisper of air as they cut through space, and the quick, decisive sounds of impacts paint a vivid picture of his deadly efficiency. He moves with a fluid, almost dance-like grace, turning every enemy into a target for his impeccably aimed projectiles. It's a ballet of brutality, a reminder that while guns are loud, a well-thrown knife can be far more elegant and devastating. The men really should host a seminar on knife throwing. I'd sign up. The rest of the Expendables, not to be outdone by the Ross family drama, make their own final explosive push. Toll Road and Gunner unleash a torrent of heavy fire, their weapons roaring like beasts, scattering enemies and splintering cover. Lash's chains crack and snap through the air, tripping and ensnaring foes with deadly finesse. Easy Day directs their fire and movement, ensuring maximum efficiency as they clear the path. The ship is a symphony of destruction, metal groaning, glass shattering, and the percussive thumps of bodies hitting the deck. It's a coordinated chaos, a testament to their combined power, and a reminder that even when the chips are down, these guys are still the best at what they do, making things go boom and bad guys go ouch. Back in his ridiculously secure control room, Marsh, realizing his grand scheme is spiraling into a very expensive mess, attempts to remotely interfere. He's probably muttering meddling kids under his breath, while furiously typing away at his super-secret keyboard, trying to activate failsafes or disable the ship's systems. The clicks of his keyboard and the subtle beeps from his monitors are the only sounds in his otherwise pristine environment, a stark contrast to the cacophony on the ship. He's trying to cut off power, lock down sections, anything to slow the Expendables down. It's the classic villain move, a desperate attempt to salvage a losing game from the comfort of his ergonomic chair. But you just know it's not going to work, because plot armor is stronger than any encryption. In a heart-pounding climax, with the digital countdown ticking down to single digits, Christmas and the team finally reach the detonators. The air crackles with desperate energy. Christmas, guided by Barney and Gina, frantically works on the complex mechanism, his fingers flying across the controls. The frantic beeping of the timer reaches a fever pitch, creating an unbearable tension. The soft click of the final switch, followed by the blessed silence as the countdown freezes and then resets, is more satisfying than a perfectly executed high five. The collective sigh of relief from the team, and probably the audience, is almost audible. They've done it. They've averted nuclear catastrophe, proving once again that a few grizzled mercenaries can outwit a whole government conspiracy. The ship, having endured more punishment than a punching bag at a superhero gym, finally gives up the ghost. With the detonator secured, but its integrity compromised beyond repair, the vessel suffers a series of massive internal explosions. The groaning and screeching of tortured metal gives way to a final, concussive roar as it erupts into a colossal fireball. Flames lick at the night sky, casting an orange glow over the churning ocean. Debris rains down into the water with dramatic splashes and the sickening sound of twisting metal. It's a spectacular, albeit tragic, end for a vessel that played host to so much mayhem. The sound of rushing water fills the void left by the explosions. A final burial at sea for Rahmat's ill-fated operation. In the aftermath, amidst the bobbing wreckage and the relieved faces of the survivors, Barney and Christmas finally have their heart-to-heart. The air is thick with the scent of salt and lingering smoke. Christmas, ever the one for dry wit, probably has a few choice words about Barney's dramatic exit. Barney, with a classic knowing smirk, admits he couldn't have pulled it off without Christmas's unwavering support, which, let's be honest, mostly involved Christmas being angry and breaking things. The subtle rustle of their jackets in the breeze, the distant cries of gulls. It's a moment of quiet camaraderie. Their bond, forged in fire and explosions, proves to be unbreakable even by death, or more accurately, a really convincing fake death. It's a bromance for the ages, complete with a shared love for violence. With the evidence secured and the truth undeniable, Marsh's reign of corruption comes crashing down. Back in his pristine office, probably mid-monologue about his genius, he's confronted by a no-nonsense team of agents. The click of handcuffs, the curt, official tones of arrest, it's all very satisfying. His arrogant facade crumbles, replaced by a look of bewildered fury. The sound of his expensive office chair scraping against the floor as he's led away marks the end of his villainous chapter. The world breathes a collective sigh of relief, though most of them have no idea how close they came to global disaster. It's a neat little bow on the espionage package, proving that even the most powerful villains eventually get their comeuppance, usually at the hands of some very angry, very explodey mercenaries. Finally, the Expendables, complete once more, gather for a well-deserved celebration. The clinking of glasses, the hearty laughter, and the familiar, often irreverent banter fill the air. Barney, back in his rightful place, probably makes a joke about his vacation. Christmas, with a smirk, might hint at giving him a permanent one next time. Toll Road is finally relaxed, and Gunner is back to his boisterous self. The new members, Lash, Easy Day, and Galen, are fully integrated into the dysfunctional family, having proven their worth in the crucible of battle. It's a moment of well-earned respite, a quiet acknowledgement of their shared victory. The sounds of merriment, the gentle hum of conversation. It's a comforting end to a very chaotic adventure, and proof that some friendships are truly bulletproof. As the sun sets, casting long shadows across the landscape, the Expendables walk off into the horizon, ready for whatever global crisis or morally ambiguous mission awaits them next. The distant sound of their footsteps, the subtle creak of leather, and the easy camaraderie in their unspoken glances convey a quiet confidence. They've faced death, deception, and the perils of international arms dealers and emerged victorious, perhaps a little scuffed, but certainly not broken. The world is a safer, albeit slightly more chaotic, place because of them. They are the unsung heroes who operate outside the lines, the last resort when all other options have gone spectacularly wrong. Their legacy isn't just about explosions and gunfights. It's about an unbreakable bond and a willingness to step up when no one else will. And, let's be honest, they look pretty cool doing it. So there we have it, another wild ride with the Expendables. This movie, much like its predecessors, offers a look into a world where courage isn't just a virtue, but a superpower. It's a reminder that even when faced with overwhelming odds and unimaginable betrayals, the human spirit, especially when armed with a really big gun or a sharp knife, can prevail. This isn't just about explosions and one-liners. It's about the bonds forged in the fires of conflict, the unwavering loyalty, and the relentless pursuit of justice, even if it's their own brand of justice. It challenges us to consider what truly makes a hero, and sometimes it's just a willingness to blow stuff up for the greater good. Thanks for joining me on this explosive journey.
It gets easier. I have to stop before the wars.
Port quarter again. I was armed.
Port left, quarter back.
Where the hell is everybody?
They already have uranium with the detonators.
The bridge.
Put your weapons down now!
What a fucking mess this turned out to.
You ain't tell shit.
Ah, shit on your new girlfriend.
Fuck you, Gunner.
He did sell us out.
Fuck him on top?
Fuck.
Yeah. I live at I'm the leader.
This is as far as I go. Out. I don't know if...
Where are you guys? Well, which one is it, friend? Shit out of me, you bellend.
I want your prisoner.
Mr. Marsh,
Will be the example of how
authority. I know you don't.
You sneaky little sausage.
Get you the authority.
fellow 9.
Namesake on night.
Влезе по и да рече.
Прави герой.
Eyes on the rat.
Deck 3.
Thought you were done with this life.
It would... Thank you.
Let's go.
Oh shit, Bob!
Chin it.
Thanks. I got it.
proceed as
You doing, Rahmat?
Come and get it, hero.
I didn't have a kill switch.
Hello, bye.
Oh my God, no.
That's for Barney.
How long until detonation?
You're like genital warts!
I'm coming down to get it.
A conflict that will devastate for somebody, and that somebody...
You're gonna get fried!
Jumping overboard seeming like a dick.
Oh, he's bleeding out.
Let's start with that! Torah, you're...
It's his decision to make. Danger.
No fucking warts. Take them out. Get the ship back on course. Get up to the bridge and fix...
Oh, to the bridge! Go, go!
Right here.
Well, you can't get rid of me.
Don't you fucking move. I'll be right there.
But you... You're above and beyond. This...